have been getting into watercolor. And so I bought a few things to get me started. But before I get into the watercolor stuff, I want to share with you some things that really aren't watercolor related, but I do have them. Well, I guess they are watercolor related. You remember when I was talking about the Faber-Castell, I think those little, I did that in the video. Well, a person, Miss Ivy, she recommended that I try the Kingart gel sticks. She said you'll probably like them better. And I think she was right because I did a little swatch of these. I'm going to open them up to show you, but let me find my little swatch here. I did my little swatch. Yeah, I did the Faber-Castell gelatos. I couldn't even think of the name. That goes to show how much I really like them, huh? Okay, so the gel sticks. I said, let me swatch these to see how they are. And I swatched them. They are smooth like butter on the paper. Yes, smooth like butter. So I know I'm going to like these when I get ready to really use them in my coloring books. Okay, so here they are. These are the Kingart gel sticks. I bought these from Walmart for about $8 and some change. And this is how they look. They come in a little case like this. I think I'm going to throw this box away. Well, I might not throw the box away. I'll probably keep it. But this is what they come in, which is good because I have a place to store them. And this is how they look. We have 12 colors. And I'm just going to show you one of them here. Yeah. This stuff is so smooth. Very smooth like butter. Very nice little pen type of situation that it's in. I think it's pretty cool. So I did swatch them all and I tried to see how well they dissolved with water. And they dissolved with water very nicely from my swatching experience with them. I have not used them in any coloring books yet. So I am glad I purchased these and I look forward to using them. Thank you, Ivy, for sharing this with me, recommending these to me. I'm glad I bought them because I really do like the way they work on the paper. You know, the way they just feel like butter going on paper. They feel so smooth. So I got these from Walmart. $8 and some change. 12 gel sticks. The next item that I have also from Walmart, I saw these. These are watercolor brush markers. You can do sketching, drawing, painting. It has a flexible nylon brush tip. You get a smooth flow and it is water-based for artistic effects. 12 vivid colors. This also comes in a case, which is good. I don't have to try to figure out where and how I'm going to store these. And this is how they look. Let me show you. We have our brush tip here. And we have our little cap to go on here. And then we have Kingart on the side. The colors of the markers are not listed or written on the marker. I did do a swatch of these and I'm going to show you those as well. These are the swatches of the Kingart brush tip markers, and I did take my water brush and try to see how well they did with water. They did okay in my book. I don't know if you can see that. My lighting might be too, there it is, too high. There it is, right there. You can see that they work fairly well. I thought they were decent. And I think these also cost, I actually think these cost about $5 and some change. Here are some other items that I purchased. Now, I got these from Amazon. These are the Caran d'Ache, one pencil blender and one full bright. I actually bought these because they were $6. And I remember them being like $8 to $9 at one point. So I said, that's pretty good. But I did get one that's damaged here. It's broken. I don't know that I will send it back because it's the bright one. So, you know, I can just sharpen it and really have two pencils. You know what I'm saying? And then I bought these little bottles here. I got these because I saw somewhere about if you're doing watercolor, you might just want to rinse off your brush. And that's why I got these. This looks like a little eyedropper thing. And, oh, okay. This goes in here. So that's it. I have two of these. I ordered these from Amazon as well. I think that I have an interest in another hobby, which is watercolor. And so I've been really looking at videos, and I have a book about watercolor that I bought. I think I shared that with you in another video of mine. Well, I'm so interested in it that I decided to get a few things. So, first up, I have these brushes. Now, I bought these brushes before I bought this other set of brushes that I'm going to show you. These I got from Amazon, and I opened them because I recently was using them. I used the bigger one to do the Kirby page with the little turtle boy on there. I also have used a few of these with my gam saw. But you know what? These are just my practice brushes, if that makes sense. Because I ended up buying another set. And I bought this set because of another YouTuber. She is a professional, I guess, watercolor artist who actually makes money from watercolor. She recommended this set. And so I bought it from Amazon. This is called Neptune, Our Thirstiest Brush. And it has 4 brushes in here. The aquarelle, I guess is how you say that. 3/4 inch. And I think it's this one here. I guess I need to take the brushes out, huh? Because you know what? I have not taken them out of the case. So this is the aquarelle one. 3/4 of an inch. And then there is the round 4 inch, which is this one, number 4. And round 12, which is this one here. These are supposed to hold a lot of water and not supposed to lose any hair. These are supposed to be really good brushes. And the last brush in here is called Oval Wash, 1/2 inch. I can't hardly pull that off. Okay, so this is it here, 1/2 inch. So I have all of these brushes, only 4, which should help me with learning watercolor. Okay, so I have 2 round ones, the flat, the aquarelle, and this one here, which is, what did they say? Is the oval wash. Okay, I think, yeah, they actually have it listed on the side: oval wash, square wash. I like this. This looks like a cuticle pusher right here on the end. And then we have our round brushes, a bigger round brush and a smaller round brush. Okay, up next I have some paper. With this one is 5x7, and it's 300 GM squared, 140 pounds. This is watercolor paper. And this is how it these are stuck together. So you have to kind of tear them apart. But they feel rough. It feels rough somewhat, But of course, this is 100% cotton, extra white, improved color lifting, and increased surface resistance, vegan friendly. So I am into learning watercolor, and so I do know that paper is important. So I have this set of paper that I have. I also have some more paper, and I think I have this, but it says mixed media on it. But this one is watercolor. Now I got this one to, of course, practice in. Let me bring you up just a little bit more. Okay. I got this one to practice in, but to also swatch my watercolor. So here we go with this one, 140 pounds, 300 grams per meter square. I think that's what that is. It's 7 by 10, and we have 30 sheets in here. And the pages are perforated. Yeah, so this is pretty thick. Yeah, I got this one because I want to do swatches in here of my watercolor, but I also again want to practice what I'm learning. So that's it for the paper. And I have one more thing that has something to do with paper. I saw these on Amazon. They were a good deal. These are watercolor journals. I think these were like $23 or something like that. Anyway, they were marked down pretty good. So I decided to go ahead and get them. We have 48 pages, dual-sided, acid-free, cold press, natural linen bound. Check it out here. Okay. So we have this both sides. So this is like a little journal for watercolor. And this is where I would put my stuff at. Now, what I'm feeling here is that, of course, it doesn't feel like the paper that I just felt. This is a little bit smoother than the first paper that I showed you, this one here. But this is just, a journal. It's a journal, what I'm doing with watercolor. So, yeah. So I have two of them. They came in a package as a deal. So what I noticed, it has a pencil or pen holder, I guess for like doing sketching what you're going to paint. Also, I noticed there is a bookmark in here. Okay. So that's it. And you can secure it with the elastic here. I think that's it as far as the paper is concerned. Now we're getting into the good stuff, the paint. This is really not for watercolor, but you can use it, of course. It's water soluble. These are the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2. I have 10 of these, and it comes in this little package here. I thought it would be much bigger than what it is, but it's not. This is sticker here with a little paintbrush sticker and the Neo Color 2 pastel, water soluble wax pastel. That's what these are. Creative class. And here are the Neo colors. I have 10 of them, and I can't wait to play around with them. That's it for these. And I, of course, will use water with these. Yeah. And here is the cover. Oh man, I tore it. But I'm going to swatch these in my little book anyway. But this is the color chart that I could have used. But I messed it up. How did I do that? Okay. Anyway, it's inside of here. They have the color charts in all of the products that I've purchased from Caran d'Ache. Up next are the watercolors that I've purchased. First one I have is the Praying Over 8. This has intense colors, and it has 8 semi-moist watercolors inside. along with a watercolor brush. I learned about the Praying Oval 8, or just the Praying watercolor in general, from a YouTuber by the name of Samaj Thomas. I will link him up here in the right hand corner and I will also link him in the description box if you want to check out his channel. Please feel free to do so. This is something that I purchased from Michael's. It cost about anywhere between $6 to $8. I can't remember the price off the top of my head, but it didn't cost that much. This is how it looks inside. We have our little brush here, and we have the palette wells where you can mix the colors if you want to. And that is it for Praying Over 8 Intense Watercolors. The next watercolor paint set that I have is from Artistro. I have 48 colors and I purchased this one off of Amazon. It came wrapped in plastic. I've removed that so that, you know, I can get into it a little bit quicker while filming the video. Inside of the packaging, we receive watercolor paper. There are 10 sheets of paper in here. They are 7 by 3 inches, 140 pounds, 300 GM squared, and it is acid free. And the paper looks to be white. It's kind of rough, has a little bit of texture. Let's take a look at this watercolor paint set. I think this case is so pretty, which is why I chose it. You can choose different colors. I chose this one. On the bottom of the case, we have the colors. All 48 colors are listed on the bottom. Also, I forgot to show you that it's also listed on the box here. Let's see what's inside of the watercolor paint set. First up, we have information about Artistro. These are the items that they sell. They sell extra fine acrylic paint pens, watercolor paint sets, jumbo markers, and metallic paint pens. And also, you can find artistro.artsupplies on Instagram, TikTok, as well as Pinterest. And if you are on there and you do something with their products, then they say, hey, let us know. Tag us. All right. They also include a swatch card. They already have all the colors listed for you. All you have to do is swatch. Make sure you get the colors in the right box. And this is watercolor paper. Also in here, they include this little thing, which I think is very neat. It has all of the colors on here in order, listed in order if you turn it this way. One thing you should know, which is something I didn't know about this paint set, is that they have 8 metallic colors. And here they are. My fingers are stretched. They have gold, silver, shamrock shine, ruby slippers, sapphire, purple haze, amber, and fairy dust. Also, they include a water brush here. Just fill it up and go to town. Also a paintbrush. And this pen, which is an extra fine tip. It is 0.7 millimeters and it is a water-based ink. It says shake, press, and draw. Artistro. We also have a few little wells or little areas, well, 3 areas where we can mix the colors to come up with our colors if we want to. And they have a sponge. This is how the set looks here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I really do like the way the set looks. It's so pretty. I'm glad I purchased the set. I was kind of on the fence about buying 48 colors, but I think it should be okay. It should be okay. All right, moving on to the next paint set that I have. Up next, I have the Winsor & Newton Cotman Watercolor Field Set. There are 15 pieces in here. The colors that are in here are listed on the back of the box. So take a look at that. I bought this from Amazon. We have a little, I would say, little fold out in here about the Cotman watercolors. Let's take a look at that right quick. It has all the colors listed here, I guess, that they have in this Cotman watercolor series. Okay. Let's take a look at the field set. Before I get into showing you this set, I did learn about this set from another YouTuber who happens to be a watercolor artist. I will link her up here in the corner as well as in the description box. I cannot think of her name right now. So just know that she's linked up here, all right? Let's take a look inside of the field set. Inside of the field set, we have 14 colors. They do come wrapped nicely here. The colors are listed on the side of the wrapping. And also, this is solid plastic right here. And all the colors are like that. So we can kind of look at each one of these watercolor blocks, and I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. They are wrapped, but also you can see that each color is on the wrapping here. All right. Inside of this field set, we have some areas where we can mix our paint, our watercolor. It comes with a watercolor brush, and it also comes with this little well that you can put on the side when you're out in the field. But check this out. You can slide this out and you have more area to mix your paint. Okay. And you also, while you're out in the field, you can just hold this with your thumb. From what I've been learning, kind of hold it with your thumb while your water is on the side. And you can kind of hold it steady. You don't have to hold it with your whole hand. You can kind of balance it on your thumb like that. How cool is that? With your fingers up underneath. And then you have your water here. If you're right-handed, you might have it on the right side. If you're left-handed, you may put it over here. And there's a slot for it. You know what? I did not realize that this pulled out until I started filming this video. Yeah. So this is pretty cool. I like this. I got this set because I am getting into watercolor. I'm trying to learn how to watercolor, and this is something that the YouTuber recommended for those of us who are getting started. This is a small little set with pretty good pigment. Yeah. I can't wait to start using this one. I have one more watercolor set and I will be out of your hair. The last watercolor set that I have is a Japanese type of watercolor. It's really not watercolor. It is a mixture of gouache and watercolor. You can use this as watercolor if you want to, or you can use it as a gouache. But from what I have learned about this, it's kind of hard to try to use it like watercolor, but you can just add water to it to stretch it out. I've already removed the packaging. I have a confession to make. I already filmed this, but what happened was I deleted my footage of this part of the video with the watercolor, and I had to redo it at a later date. Didn't realize that I was going to accidentally delete it. So anyway, The packaging had all the information on here. But do know that this is a Japanese watercolor paint. I was not influenced to buy this watercolor set. I was on Amazon looking for the Artistro set, and I bought that set, and I saw this one on there, and I said, what is this? And I checked it out, looked at the reviews, and I decided to purchase it. And then I looked at YouTube videos afterwards to learn about this paint. But this is the, and I have the name here. It is Kuretake Ganzai Tembi. Yeah, Kuretake. Let me show y'all. It's on my phone right here, right there, right there. Kuretake Ganzai Tembi watercolor. Y'all can see kind of like what I've been buying off of Amazon. I need to be put on a no buy from Amazon. I actually am. I'm not buying anything else except for the subscription things that I get, like my vitamins and stuff. This is the watercolor here. This is all in Japanese. And I don't know what I did with my packaging. I think I threw it away, but let me check to see if I have it. I found it. I tucked it away in my little drawer that has all of my watercolor in it. So this is the packaging. It comes like this. It's in shrink wrap or in a little plastic little thing that I already took off, but this is what's on it right here. So let me show you the colors here, because these colors are in English. I have 18 colors, I believe. And this is the Ganzai Tembi. It is a Japanese traditional paint for professional artists and crafters. It can be used as a gouache and watered down for use as watercolor. Ideal for sketch, illustration, card making, and more. And this is how it looks here. This is what it says here. It says traditional Japanese pan watercolors for professional artists and crafters. It is recognizable by its vivid color, quick dissolution, fulfills the needs of many creators in their pursuit of beauty in artwork. And going on down here, it says it has a wide range of vivid, rich colors, beautiful Japanese colors included in the series. A wide range of vivid colors can be used without mixing colors, so you don't have to mix anything. Water-based pigment paint can be highly opaque when used solely as a gouache, but can also become more transparent depending on the amount of water added to the dilution. It is a solid type of watercolor pressed into pans that can be prepped and cleaned up quickly and easily dissolves. Apply water brush with color to activate it. The pans might exhibit cracking due to extreme dryness. However, it does not affect their quality. Sometimes the texture may look rough due to tiny air bubbles, which can occur during production, which does not affect the quality. Please create a color chart by painting the colors onto the chart on the back side of the lid. I bought this because it just captured my attention, and I'm glad I bought it, because after looking on YouTube at some of the videos on this paint, I think I did a pretty good job by buying it, because I don't have to dilute it. I just have to use it, wet the brush, and go start painting. I have 18 colors, and these are the colors here. Now these colors are in Japanese here. I want to know, yeah. But on the inside of the box, they have a color chart, and I can swatch it here. But I think I'm going to swatch it on my own little paper. But I have it in the box as well. We have red, rose madder deep, cadmium scarlet, lemon yellow, yellow ochre, sap green, light sap green, hooker's green, viridian, ultramarine, turquoise blue, ultramarine pale, indigo, cobalt violet, white, black, and burnt sienna. There are other colors that I might get in the future, but I want to try these first to see how I like them. And then hopefully, if I like them, I might get more. That's it. Those are all of the watercolors that I purchased. And I don't really have a whole lot of watercolors. I have like I have two more maybe 3 more sets that I have that I bought before I even thought that I'll be interested in watercolor like I am now. If you've used any of these products that I share with you today, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep calm and keep coloring. Bye.